These are two of the tools that I use to transfer. You can use a garter bar. You can take it off on waste yarn. With this tool, I use the spine of a folder. And after I have the stitches on, I slide that spine over the top so that they won't fall off. This is a different one. This is all metal, and the eyes are a little bit shorter from here to here than the other bar. But again, it has a metal clasp that can go on top to hold them secure. You need something that's at least 35 or 36 stitches across, because you're only going to take half of the stitches off for the sock. So with the river bed down, we're going to pull forward everything to the left of 0. That's 37 on this pattern. This is a men's sock. And I'm going to start putting the left side needles on with this transfer tool at the right. So I have extra stitches off to the left that are not going to be used, but I want to keep my transfer tool started at the right. To make sure that I have all of my needles connected to the tool, I take my finger and run it across the bed, and when you do that, you will feel what if you don't have all of them attached. Right now I'm going to let that hang just like that. It won't walk anywhere. And next I'm going to bring up 37 needles on the river bed, and I want to make sure they're straight and that the latches are open. So to make sure they're straight, just use the back side of your tool. And then use your credit card upside down to open those latches. Next step is to pull these stitches onto my transfer tool. The bottom of this side of the sock is loose. It's not on the cast-on comb anymore. Let's see if I can turn this so you can see as I start. I start pulling it's a little hard to do when I've got it in front of me. I start pulling from the left, and you have steady tension on your tool. Across, and you're just pulling them forward. And when you're just beginning to do this, you might want to take a rubber band and hold these back, or just push those back. Those are the ones that are still from to the right of 0, but you get used to it quickly. You're just going to pull everything to the left of 0 forward. Lift it off and push everything to the left of 0 back. You have half of your needles on your tool. The other half are still in their stitches on the main bed. Now you take your spine and cap your needles. Just slide it right across. That keeps the stitches from falling off. Next, you're going to take this, and for this sock, we're going to drop it between the bed. And, oops, hang on, I got the sock caught on a gate peg from the river. Alrighty, drop it between the bed, rotate it counterclockwise, and bring it back up. So here you have the main bed, half of the river stitches on your tool, and you have the needles all open on the river bed. At this point, I always find that if I raise the right side of my river one notch, it is easier for me to put the stitches on. All I did was raise it right side one notch and take the spine off. Now I have these needles right ready to put onto the river bed. I'm going to have to use one hand here. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the main bed to make sure every needle is hooked. I simply run my finger across the base so they all have a stitch in the hook. But see how high that ribbing is sitting on that tool. Now all you do is pull it down, and you can start from either side. At this point, since I have them all hooked up, just hold the right hand steady and lift your river up one notch on the left side. Now my opening is on the right, so I'm just going to pull down to get them all into the hooks. And you can do part of them, you can do them this way, you can reach underneath and pull them down off. Usually the far left ones on this side, I just take my finger, let's see if I can get, and slide them down. Pull your tool forward, and you have a chance to check to see that they're all on the riverbed. Now you want to make sure that they're all in front of the latches, so pull them down just a little bit to make sure, and then raise the rest of your bed all the way up, and then take your finger and pull those down. Now you're set for circular.